Alright. Molly did a video, so I want to do a video. I wanted to do a video because I feel like you don't see a lot of people who do like a more masculine makeup look, and I would really like for that to be more normalized. But also, I just like having a more traditionally masculine makeup look sometimes. So I wanted to show you what I do when I want to have that look. So you'll have to forgive me. I've got stuff everywhere right now, and I don't know where anything is, so I'm probably gonna spend a good half an hour total just looking for shit. So first, because I'm a trash baby, the first thing you do is take off the makeup that you already had from before. So I just use these Equate brand makeup wipes, makeup remover wipes. And I'm also very poor, so if I don't fill up like a whole makeup wipe, because really the only thing I typically do regularly is eye makeup. So I mean, I don't fill up a whole wipe in one use, so I fold it up and I put it back in the thing. Somebody's probably gonna tell me like how gross that is, and tell me that I'm gonna get corona and die or something from doing that, but I've been doing that for like 5 years, so I'm just saying nothing bad's happened yet. And I've saved a ton of money, so, you know, whatever, you do you. But yeah, so I just take off any makeup that's still left over from the last time I did makeup. Chunk, there's not enough room on this counter for you and my makeup. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll put makeup on you next time, okay? Yeah. Okay. So you want to get like under your eye, and you don't want to like press too hard under your eye, because that's how you end up with these baggies and these crow's feet, which I'm not super concerned about. I'm just saying if you want to avoid that, that's one way to start, is not just murdering the skin under your eyes every time you take your makeup off. All right, and then I don't think I have any other makeup on, but I'm just gonna kind of make sure it takes off a little bit of excess oil. Okay, so then you kind of want to just get everything else ready, because you don't want to immediately put makeup on your face after you just wiped it with makeup remover wipe, because then it's going to be all like bleh. So I'll just kind of go over a couple things that I'm going to start with. Oh, okay. So one of the keys to the more masculine makeup look is going to be contouring. And you don't have to spend a ton of money. You don't have to spend a ton of money on contouring. I literally just have this little tiny thing from Smashbox. I don't remember what I paid for it, I'll be honest, but it wasn't a lot because I've never ever spent like a ton of money on makeup. But it comes with 3 colors and a little mirror, and it even gives you this little nifty guide in the mirror thing that most people probably take off as a sticker, but I left it on because sometimes I forget and I don't want to have to Google it. So that's contour that I use. Oh, and it also comes with this little contour brush, just this tiny little angled brushy bill thing here. That's really good for getting some of those angles. Chunk, no! You just want this to be the chunk show, huh? You want this to be the chunk show? You can't be the chunk show. I'm sorry. This is the me show. No, I'm sorry. No. Don't sass me. Okay, that's probably gonna keep happening. I'm just gonna make you guys prepared for that. Okay, another thing that I use is a primer. I have 2 different kind of primers that I use depending on like how red my face is, how blemishy I am, if I'm going into a stressful situation, because I get a stress reaction where my face turns bright red, and that's super irritating and makes me really self-conscious. So if I feel like that's gonna happen, sometimes it'll like already be starting when I'm even just thinking about going to a place, because it's, you know, my life is super great. Yay, anxiety. But when I do that, I have a tone adjusting face primer. It's actually a little bit green. It's not as, well, it is about as green as that bottle, but this isn't like this stuff, it's just that color. But yeah, it's by e.l.f. and they have a bunch of different kinds of primers, and there's actually 2 different green ones. And I mistakenly got the wrong green one last time and had to go back and buy it again. Oh, so I'll show you that one real quick too, so you don't make the same mistake I did. They also make a blemish control face primer. You can see my confusion, but it's actually not the blemish control one that you want. It's the tone adjusting. So like I said, it's actually a little bit green. It doesn't go on green. It doesn't make you look like the witch from Wicked. Unfortunately, because that'd be really cool, but it just kind of gives you like more of a green undertone, so it counteracts a little bit of the red, so that's super nice. And now I've talked at you long enough that my face is dry and I can put some of this on, so we're gonna do that. I have a bunch of different brushes. I used to just put this on with my hands, but ever since we've been trying to like actively avoid touching our faces, I've been using a brush. I got a brush kit from, listen, everything I got was from Walmart, okay, except like a couple things that I got online. But I use this Eco Tool brush kit. It's got these cool flat round brushes. I have a big one for foundation. Don't judge my dirty brushes. I promise I clean them occasionally. But I have this one that's for primer. So I do put like a little bit on my finger. Well, I put all of it on my finger, but I don't like rub it in with my hands. So you can see it's this green goopy stuff. And then I just kind of, I promise I did wash my hands before this. Okay, so I just kind of boop, 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 and a boop, 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 doop, doop, boop, boop. Oh, I should have got a thing to hold my bangs back. I always forget to do that. Okay, and then just rub the extra on your neck. I'm gonna do this part too because this also gets. All right, so I'm just gonna use my brush and go in little semicircles. And you can see it doesn't like rub in green. Yeah, I don't look green. It just kind of naturally counteracts the redness. And I also look a lot more red on camera than I do right now in real life for some reason. So just keep that in mind too. This is a good day for this too because I've got some blemishes as well. And also, FYI, I'm not actually going anywhere right now. I have a online book club, and you know, I like to look hot for the ladies, so here we are. Plus, again, even just being online, any kind of socialization makes me break out in stress hives, which is, you know, super fun. And I would like to not have to be self-conscious about that. Okay, so that's primer. Makes your face feel all velvety and smooth. It's my favorite. All right, now, I'm weird and I actually put my concealer on after my foundation. That's probably the wrong way to do it. I don't know, but like I've tried it underneath the foundation and it just kind of like makes it less effective. So I just put it on top of my foundation and blend it in. But you'll see. I'm gonna get some more green goop and put it up here and under. Look, I'm wearing my shark boobs shirt. This shark boobs. My best friend's kid loves this shirt. She drew me wearing it one time and I was just a shark that had boobs. It was great. One day I'm going to convince her to give it to me and I'm going to frame it. And it's going in my living room. Okay, just going to rub in the green. And you can kind of already tell I'm still red, but I'm not as red. And again, I promise I'm not this red right now. IRL, the camera is just making it look really bad. But that'll be a good way to show how effective that is. Okay, I also keep out my makeup wipe the whole time because, especially if I'm doing like foundation and the whole works, I hate having stuff on my hands. I cannot deal with that, so I keep the wipe out to wash my hands off. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my foundation. Again, cheapo Walmart. Like, you do not have to spend a ton of money on makeup for it to look good. And I have a really hard time finding shades that are wide enough because, let's be honest, my shade is light bulb. So I use this. It's just Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Also, I think it's funny because I say fight me a lot and I spell it F-I-T-E. So just felt like that was appropriate for me. And the color is Fair Ivory. So not even ivory, like whiter than ivory, apparently is my shade. So again, I use my fingers, and I really wish I had a pump top for the foundation because this makes it difficult sometimes, but we're gonna work with it, you know? This is what I was given by life, so we're gonna make margaritas or whatever, whatever the saying is. I don't know, something about lemons. And again, with my bangs, this is typical, is what it is. It's typical. Sometimes I'll do 2 layers if this is too thin, but I just like doing little dots so I know that I'm gonna have even application. Okay, and then I take my big foundation brush, and again, very lightly, don't like rub it in, just very lightly, little circles, so that it sits on top and it doesn't rub in or just rub into the brush, but it's still effective as far as coverage. I don't like what most people call full coverage foundation. I don't know, I just like a more natural look, and I like my actual skin tone to come through. I really just want something to kind of even out the blemishes and lighten up the redness, because I just have really bad redness. So we're gonna rub that in. And I probably will do a second layer because you really can't. It's not super great coverage, but like, again, I don't like having super thick makeup. Just personal preference. If that's your bag, then more power to you. Actually, you know, I don't think I'm gonna do another coat because in real life this looks pretty good. Like, I'm not very red. I'm trying to back up to see if it'll show like my actual skin tone. Yeah, I'm just gonna use concealer to kind of fill in some of the gaps. Oh, I do need to put it on my neck and chest though. We're gonna just do that real quick. God, why does my neck look so, it doesn't even look like that. Like, it's just weirding me out how red it's making me look. But I'm gonna stop complaining about that because I've already talked about that for 13 minutes. So just kind of get the same brush. Alex probably gonna come down in a minute. Like, who are you talking to? The internet, dude. Who are you talking to? Also, you want to make sure you don't have like a line under here. So honestly, I just go ahead and put foundation there and just kind of bring it all the way down, because then you don't have to worry about that. And if you just kind of spread it out evenly down your chest, like, you're not gonna have that line. If you have a good shade. If you're like way off, then it's gonna look like you work at the circus on the weekends, I guess. But again, if that's your thing, like, work that circus, bitch. Work it. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. If y'all see me doing this, like, I'm adjusting my nose ring, I promise I'm not picking my nose. I only do that off camera. Alright, so you can already kind of see, like, it's significantly less red and splotchy looking. That's really all I was going for with the foundation. Okay, now we're going to do some concealer. I use, again, just Maybelline liquid concealer. It's Maybelline New York. Chonk, stop. You just want attention. Listen, you get all the attention already. I'm trying to do stuff. Okay. I can't really see the, oh, the shade on this is, again, Ivory. But yeah, it's just a little liquid tube. I probably need more of this soon. Alright. So I only use concealer on, well, I start under my eyes because I know I'm a trash baby, but I at least try to hide my raccoon ancestry unless I want to divulge that information. Okay, just some boop-a-doops. And then a little bit on the top lid because I have really veiny eyelids, you can see. So just do. Okay, and then I have a little teeny brush for my concealer. And that's kind of drag it into the center, or not the center, the inner corner of the eye without getting it in my eye, and then I bring it all the way down across the top of the cheek line. And again, I don't try to like rub it in really hard. And I do the top so I don't go blind if it drips into my eye. Go all the way up to the eyebrow. And then do the other eye, same thing, kind of drag it in, go up into the crease where it meets your nose. That helps that not be as dramatic if you are like me and you have little baggies under there. Which, I mean, at this age, it's just a natural part of life. Like, I dare somebody to say something about it, but I don't know. Helps you look a little more fresh. If you want people to think you care about life for like 5 minutes or something. Okay. I do a little on my chin. And I just do like one section at a time so it doesn't get dry while I'm waiting. Go into the crease. And then just kind of down around the bottom of the chin. Again, so you don't have like a definite line. This one I do rub in a little bit more just because I want it to blend a little better. And it's gonna look really dramatic for a little bit until I like blend it, but that's fine. Okay, and then I do, ooh, fuzzy on there. I do a little bit in the corners of my nostrils, the creases there, and I've got a little zip there, so we're just gonna boop that. And yes, boop is the technical term for what I'm doing, so you may want to write that down. Go down into the crease here, and I kind of go out into the inner edge of my cheekbone, because I'm pretty much going to paint that cheekbone on with some concealer, or not concealer, with the words contouring and the blush, Jeebus, a little bit of bronzer. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this with the contouring too, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give myself a good layer up my nose, and then you just kind of like do a V out. And then we just boop boop a doop, which is also the technical term for this action. Boop 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 doop boop boop. And then you just kind of fill it in. I have really dense forehead lines. It's just because I smile a lot and I do this a lot, so that gives me these really dense lines. So I just fill those in a little bit with this concealer. Also, I really need to do my eyebrows and I have not, so just like do me a solid and don't look at those. That'd be great. Okay, so that's pretty much it with the concealer, unless I mess something up later. So concealer is like the magic eraser tool in Photoshop, and it's your best friend. Then I get all the stuffs off my fingers because I'm a little neurotic. Ow, scratched myself. Okay. I guess I can go ahead and do the contouring, which is, again, this is also going to look really dramatic, but I am going to blend it. So don't be like, what are they doing? Okay, and I don't always use this little contour brush that came with it, but I am going to do that right now. So I start with the lightest color and work my way to the darkest because I don't want to get like dark stuff on the brush and then try to use the light stuff and look like Richard Simmons or whatever. Is that who I was thinking? I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Nothing matters. It's 2020. Nothing matters. Alright, so I'm going to get some of this light color on the brush. And I'm going to start on my chin. The light one isn't as dramatic. And then I do under the eyes, and again all the way out to the hairline. And then I even go a little bit lower onto the top of the cheekbone for some contrast, or you might say contouring, which is the first thing I should have said. And we do the other eye. And you want to be careful not to do what I just did and like stab yourself in the eyeball with it, because the powder is going to go everywhere. And that's super uncomfortable. Ask me how I know. Jesus Christ. Alright, woo. I think my eye peed itself enough for that to feel better. Nothing like powder to the eyeball, you guys. Okay, and then with the light stuff, I go up the nose as well, and into the brow line and forehead. Okay. Alright, now we're going to do the middle color, which you don't really use a lot of, but you want to kind of go at the top of the cheekbone where you did the light. You want to go right under that light with this middle color, and just really, and again, this is going to look really dramatic, but you know, don't worry about it. Maybe it's not going to look really dramatic on camera, so that's fine. But that kind of starts the outlining of your cheekbone that you're going to kind of draw on, basically. And if you're like me and you have already like decently defined cheekbones, then it's going to look really dramatic and cute, in my honest opinion. Also, you have to make the weird face while you're doing anything near your eyes. You have to do like this. Okay. And then you're gonna go in with the darker stuff, and this is where you do a lot of the real work with contouring. So I go into the crease of my cheekbone. If you can't see your crease, you can do a fish face, and you just kind of, you don't want it to be a super hard line, but if you do get a hard line, like, that's okay. And then you want to drag it kind of into a point to your jaw, like a triangle kind of, like this, to kind of make your jaw look more defined. All the way back to your hairline. You do the other side. And you don't want to go like into that crease. I go a little bit above it, so it just makes it kind of more dramatic. And then I try to bring it all the way down to the crease of my mouth. And everybody does that, but this is definitely for the more masculine contouring look. Okay, then I bring it down to the corner chunk. I swear to God, kid, what? Fine. You know what? If I just let you do what you're gonna do up here, maybe you'll get bored and leave. I doubt it, but one can hope. Okay, and then you take the dark as well, and I go under the jawline and up to the ear to give yourself a little more of that shadow that makes your jawline look a lot more defined. And the other side. Okay. Now I do a couple of other things that Not everybody does, but I like how it looks. So I do the dark again, the darkest color. I wish y'all could see Chunk right now. He is so in the way. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so you go on the sides of your nose. That's pretty common, but you want to create that kind of narrow look. Especially if you've got like a bulby into your nose a little bit, you can kind of make that look smaller by coming in a little bit with that darker contour. And again, I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but I don't really care. So who's the real loser, right? Because you just watched this for 25 minutes. I'm kidding. You're not. Why did I say that? I don't know. But yeah, you can see it kind of narrows out the nose a little bit. Okay. And then I have clear eyebrows, so my eyebrows can use all the help they can get. So I take more of the darkest color and I kind of go up from the nose and create the ridge of my brow. And I'll fix this with concealer here in a minute. I always fix my eyebrows with the concealer after. So that just kind of helps give you a little more eyebrow definition if you're kind of missing that. And for the masculine look, it gives you more of that like furrowed brow kind of thing, I guess. I don't know, I saw it in a YouTube video. Which we all know means that it's true. So. Okay. And I'm also going to create some, I don't know what to call these. I do this too on my forehead. Kind of go around the top edges and I make like a widow's peak kind of shape. Like this. Okay. And I don't know what that like does necessarily, but I like it, like how it looks. Okay, this is happening. Jesus, that just happened. Live, fuck it, we're doing it live. Okay, what was I gonna do? I always do this. I'll get to the end and I'll forget like 3 things that I was supposed to do and I have to go back and do those things. Oh, okay, yeah, under my chin, or under my bottom lip, I gave myself a little bit of a more defined crease, like this. And if you're like me and you can't grow facial hair, it kind of helps give you that cool like 5 o'clock shadow look, so a little bit. Which again, that looks really dramatic. I'm going to blend that out. And then I also do it here and down the crease of my cheek, like this. And then all of those dark lines kind of connect. It goes from the cheek to the upper lip and then down to the chin and makes like a little triangle thing. Triangles are important when you're doing makeup. I don't know why, but again, I saw it on a YouTube video, so I preach it like gospel. Okay, and then I like to do a tiny little thing in the middle of my chin to give me that little cute dimple look that I like this. If you already have that, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I don't know. Okay. So that, I think, is it for contouring, unless I forgot something, which I probably did. And we'll fix it later. Okay, so then I take the same brush that I used to do my foundation with, and I'm just going to kind of gently buff that out a little bit and blend it a little bit. Especially around the chin. You just want it to be really subtle, because you don't want it to look like you did masculine contouring. You just want that to look like that's, you know, your face structure. So I always, and that's why I don't like the full coverage foundation either, because I'm like, it just looks like I'm wearing foundation. and I've always just preferred the more natural look. But that's me. I said that a lot. I'm like, that's just me though. Please don't think I'm telling you what to do. I'm not even my own boss. I'm not trying to be your boss. Okay. So I just kind of, you know, just buff that shit out. Just buff it out. There. Yeah, see? Yeah. A little bit on my eyelids. Just tiny little boop boops. As opposed to the boops and the boop boop doops. It's the boop boops. Okay. Oh, I did forget something, but I remembered before it was too late. Just kidding. It's never too late when you're doing makeup. Where'd that brush go? I don't know. I lost the little contour brush already, so I'm gonna use this other one that's just kind of a similar. Use the dark stuff and do my inside of my collarbones. Don't get too excited there. Just do makeup. Okay. This brush sucks. Okay, I'm gonna find the one that I lost. Oh, there it is. It's almost like if I looked for more than 2 seconds, I could find stuff. Okay, and then if you're like me and you don't have an Adam's apple and you would like to look a little more masculine, I do some dark contouring around where the Adam's apple would be, like this. Subtle, very subtle, like this. And then you just do kind of 2 little dark lines like this. Again, very subtle. And then I lied about not going back with the lighter stuff. Yes, I did just Bob Ross this brush on my pants because beat the devil out of it. Bob Ross is the boss. So, okay, then you get the lighter color and you go in the middle and you kind of lighten that up a little bit. And that will give a little bit of the illusion of a hint of an Adam's apple. And I'm gonna blend that because that's really dramatic. But that's okay. Just kind of lightly. That does not look like that in real life. I don't know why it looks like that on the camera. It'll calm down. Jesus, that looks like somebody punched me in the throat. I promise it doesn't. Yeah, I already said that. I'm gonna stop saying it. Okay. Now, I use a little bit of bronzer. I've had this for probably 5 years, and I do makeup so few and far between that I still have. Okay, like I was saying, this is Pixie by Petra. It's just a little gross looking thing that I've had for 5 years. I don't know, it's a bronzer. It's kind of shiny, it's like a little bit. And I have another brush that I use for bronzer. I have way too many brushes. We're gonna use this one. It's a little e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which is also good for blending, which is the thing that I'm gonna pretend like I knew before I just read that brush. So let's get some bronzer, and I go over my hairline, just below my hairline. And I'm gonna go on my cheekbones. Cheekbones. And then sides of the nose as well. Definitely not making this up as I go along. For sure not doing that. Jawline. And then I do it on my clavicle as well. I feel like that's such a gross word. Clavicle. Sounds like I'm getting ready to hock a loogie. Okay, clavicle. Sorry. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of blush. Now, fun fact, I actually have a blush that I bought during Halloween. It was supposed to be zombie colored, which is amazing. It looks like green, right? I was super excited. I was like, hell yeah, I get to have zombie blush. But if you look as the light changes, it actually goes red. So it doesn't actually look green, but it gives me this cool look that I like. I'm actually gonna use the same blending brush because why not? And some blush, and I'm gonna just kind of go high up on the cheekbone and very lightly applying that because I don't want to look stupid. I don't know what comparison I was gonna make there, but. And I'll take a selfie when this is over just to prove to you that like it doesn't look like that in real life. Okay, then I also do some blush on the lightest top part of my nose, like this, just to give me a cute little glow on the tip of my nose, which is cute because I like it. Now I also go back without putting any more blush on the brush. When I do my masculine look, I don't put eyeshadow on. I just take the brush that I used for my blush and I just kind of swoop it on there to give my my hood a little bit of color, like that, without giving me that eyeshadow look, because I'm trying to look more like naturally masculine. Okay. I also don't do eyeliner when I do my masculine look. What's left? What's left? Eyebrows. Okay. So, crap. I'm still unpacking some stuff, and I don't have the brush that I usually do for my eyebrows, but I literally just use, this is eyeshadow. It's like a dark brownish kind of eyeshadow. Again, I've had this for like 10 years, I think. It's ridiculous how long makeup lasts. Like, if makeup expires, I'm boned. I have no idea. And I've just been putting gross stuff on my face for this whole time. What can I use instead of my eyeshadow brush that I usually use for? What, Chomp? Don't sass me. Quit complaining. Look at him. Quit doing the scaredy cat at me. Wait, you want to close the lid? Fine. Kids, I swear. Alright, so I'm just using this little brush, which is a little more pointed-y and a lot. It does this. So it's not bad for an eyebrow brush. Okay, so we're gonna just very gently swoop on and switch sides. And again, I always clean this up with concealer afterwards. And this is how I hide the fact that I haven't done my eyebrows. Chonk, I swear. What? Oh my god. What do you want from me? God forbid I pay any attention to anyone or anything besides you. Okay. And I'm gonna buff that shit out here in a second too. Same thing on this side. But yeah, if I ever look like I have eyebrows, like that was definitely intentional and had to be done with great care and effort, because mine are clear. Alright, that's not gonna look that bad in a second. Okay, now I use a little thing, these things, and we're just gonna boof that out. And we're gonna watch the dry skin fall like snow from your face if you're like me. Okay, that kind of makes it a little more subtle, not so dramatic, drama-free. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my fingers and just kind of first use my finger to kind of shape that. Chonk, What are you doing? This song is intense. Don't eat the toilet paper. Are you serious? He's punishing me. He's punishing me for not paying attention to him. Swear to God, Chunk. Do not eat the toilet paper, dude. Not cool. Be cool, man. Okay. You know what? I don't even think I need to go over that with concealer. I think that's good. And it's super subtle. Like, I do not like having super dark eyebrows because it just doesn't look like they belong on my face. Turn that down. I guess turning music down means starting a new video. That's cool. Chunk. If you claw me in my butt right now, I'd be super upset. Okay, last, I use this mascara when I'm doing my more masculine look because it gives me definition of my eyelashes, which are also basically clear, without them looking super full and makeup-y. So this one is Baby Doll by, I have no idea, but it looks like this. I got this in a combo pack of mascara from Ulta online, and it was really cheap. It was like $12, and it came with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different mascaras. And so that was the best decision I've ever made. And it has a super thin brush. Okay, and then I just kind of drag that through my eyelashes. And I really just do this because my eyelashes are clear. If you already have dark lashes, this is not a vital step. And then under the bottom, I don't go all the way to like the waterline. I just kind of hold it out and rub it back and forth so that I don't get mascara on my skin. Do, 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 do. It's got a gross thing, like a, ugh, now I have to keep the makeup wipe out. Vital step. Other side. Okay. I really hope it doesn't mute this audio because of my music. Also, I really hope that that's not obnoxious because that's going to be really unfortunate. Probably should have done a test recording. But, planning ahead is for, well, smart people. That's all I'll say about that. Okay. So, this is my more masculine makeup look. It's really subtle, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. I don't know. So if you would like to do that too, that's how you do it. I don't know how to sign off of videos, so bye.